So it seems like AI is just a mirror of who we are. It really exposes our values and systems, and kind of exploits them at the same time. But more than anything, I would look at this as a mirror. So after chatting with some folks online and reading some articles and reading my book, which by the way, Code Dependent is I believe to be a must read for 2025. It's a crazy book, lots of insights. So, anyway, yes, AI seems more than anything just to be exposing us for kind of who we are. Any of the complaints that I'm hearing about it are less about AI as a tool and more about how it's being used by the humans controlling it. So, for example, deepfakes, just horrible impacts on women in particular in the world, as far as deepfakes being used to exploit them through adult content that they obviously did not make, and just ruining lives. But that's really just exposing the fact that we're historically not great to women, and we continue to be that way because the tool's not doing that apropos of nothing. It's being directed to do that by human beings, by probably men, if we're being honest. But anyway, it's being done by humans. It's being used in the evil way. It's not inherently evil itself. And I was watching a TikTok with a teacher who was scared that her students were using ChatGPT far too much, and it's impeding their abilities now to actually think. Well, I I feel like that exposes a couple of things. First of all, when we're trained to do a job and some new technology comes out and changes everything, it's we tended not to be as imaginative as maybe we would like to think we are, and struggle to implement that new tech into our jobs, which definitely is showing itself with AI. The other part of that is the systems that we have in place for education are inherently weak. The curriculums aren't made to help students think. In fact, if anything, it it takes the curiosity away from children. It's designed to create workers, and when AI is designed to be the workers, we need to change the systems for how we teach children, because we're training them for a world that's not going to exist. And then even more than that, when we look at how AI is impacting everybody's workplace, I still genuinely believe that we are on the cusp of a workforce displacement that we haven't seen before, and we really need to be proactive on that. We are we are not prepared for the amount of people who are about to be let go, and whose skills are going to be obsolete. And when that's the only thing you know, like for example, me, I keep books. I make my money through accounting, and when AI inevitably takes over the industry, when it completes all the bank recs and all the transactions and then is able to run the reports, and if anybody's used ChatGPT, can probably give advice based on those reports in a way that's more clear and more tangible than a lot of CPAs, there's going to be problems. There's those jobs will still exist, but not in the numbers that they do now. And the people that lose those jobs, if all you know is accounting and you have nowhere to use that skill, we need to be ahead of the curve on that. I believe that employers and corporations need to upskill their employees now in order to hedge that inevitability. Now, it seems very doom and gloom, but I don't believe it to be so. I believe that we stand at a place now where we have a decision to make, we have a choice that we can make on how we move forward. We've created this amazing tool to help us achieve so many things, but in order to do so, we're going to have to change the systems that we've come to rely on. And if there's one thing that I've known about us, specifically in the Western culture, is that we are hesitant to change, hesitant at best. We like things the way they were when we grew up, or we like things the way they were because that's what we know. And as AI becomes more of a mirror of who we are, our only path to success here is to be able to evolve with it. And I fear that's the part that's lacking. That's the conversation I don't think is being had right now. Because if we're going to create technology to help us, we better be damn sure that the systems that we have in place are worth helping. Anyways, I'm Sean Fair. If this kind of conversation interests you, because it obviously is very interesting to me, follow for more.